When you've been to the top of the mountain, the view from that vista can be confidence confirming, but the position can also be precarious. Former champions David Benavidez and Caleb Plant have ascended to the apex of the super middleweight division. They have faced life's obstacles and rebounded with resiliency and dedication.
Failure is not an option for me. I'm not just fighting for myself. I got my son behind me.
You know, I've come up short in a big fight before, but one person I've never let beat me is myself. The goal is to become undisputed, be on the pound-for-pound list.
Their rivalry was ignited by mutual animosity.
Call it bad blood. Two fighters can't stand each other. It's a grudge match.
Compounded by a burning desire to once again be coronated as boxing royalty.
What you wanna do? What are you gonna do?
Let him be mad.
I'm so mad. I'm about to beat the fuck out you.
The hostilities between Benavidez and Plant will be reconciled at the perfect place for these two sworn enemies to settle their grievances.
You're not scary to me.
What?
A lot of yip-yap.
Between the ropes, under the bright lights, and in front of rabid fans. Spring has sprung, and here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, a good old-fashioned grudge match is in full bloom. Bad blood about to spill into the squared circle in this high-stakes encounter between former two-time 168-pound titleist David, the Mexican monster Benavidez, and one-time super middleweight belt holder Caleb, Sweet Hands Plant. Here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the interim WBC Super Middleweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, it's showtime! Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing brown trunks with multicolored trim, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada by way of Nashville, Tennessee. He weighed in at 167 1/4 pounds with a record of 22 wins, 1 loss. He has 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Currently ranked the WBC #1 contender. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former IBF Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Caleb Plant. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, entering the ring wearing gray trunks with red trim, fighting out of Seattle, Washington by way of Phoenix, Arizona. He weighed in at a trim and ready 166 3/4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with a record of 26 wins, no losses, 23 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former two-time WBC world title holder and the current undefeated interim WBC super middleweight world champion, known as the Mexican Monster, introducing David Benavidez. Once again, a referee in charge, Kenny Bayless, now to give instructions.
Trunks are good on this side. Trunks are a little high on this side. So here's the cutoff line. Gentlemen, I went over the rules in the dressing room. Again, I want to caution you to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Touch him up.
Well, referee Kenny Bayless tried to get them to touch gloves. They're having nothing to do with it. They stare daggers through each other's eyes. This is a throwback where you have one undisputed champion and the top two contenders squaring off. position for what they hope to see, a combustible confrontation from two guys who don't get it long, and that is why they are getting it on, and the stakes could not be higher.
And already an intriguing development. Caleb Plant standing in the pocket and actually coming forward to David Benavidez. Many people believe Plant needs to take advantage of these early rounds. That would be when he could get some work done.
You know what, I honestly didn't believe that Benavidez was going to start pressing. You know, both fighters trying to show different things. You know, trying to throw the other opponent off, you know, and it is good. But at the end of the day, they're going to go back to their normal boxing styles. Plant trying to box and Benavidez pushing.
Benavidez has a punishing jab. Plant has a more nuanced and perhaps more diverse jab. And a lot of people thought it would be the mobility and the counter-punching of Caleb Plant against the constant pressure, the aggression, the power and precision of David Benavidez.
Yeah, that's exactly. If your plan, you want to do the same thing you did against Canelo in the first couple of rounds. Jab him, move around the ring, keep him busy with that jab.
Well, the fuse has been lit. Is it a short one or a long one past the midway point of the first round? And even against Durrell, referee warning Benavidez. A lot of roughhouse tactics between Plant and Durrell. That was as ugly as a bowling shoe until that incredible finish to the fight, where Anthony Durrell, who of course was stopped also in the 9th by Benavidez when he won a title, was knocked out cold by Caleb Plant.
Benavidez needs to relax a little bit more. He can't let the anger, everything that happened outside, just leave it out. This is the fight. Stick to the game plan.
And Caleb Plant knows a thing or two about shoes, by the way.
Yeah, he's got a few. Benavidez, very effective normally with his jab, and we haven't seen that yet from him. I'm sure he'll settle in and use it.
And both of them wearing specially designed footwear for this mega main event. And very much a getting to know you regardless of the hostilities that they've already shared verbally. It's a cautious start here.
Slow round for Benavidez. Plant, you know, letting off with his jab in this first round.
And missing was the Benavidez jab that we're used to seeing a lot early on in fights.
So for David Benavidez, the keys to victory, he wants Plant on the ropes where he can reel off those combinations. Only 22% of Benavidez landed punches are to the body, but he needs more of that, especially early in the fight. He is one of the best combination punchers in boxing. We will see that in this fight. Plant does not want to stay in the pocket with Benavidez for most of this fight. The jab is the key to disrupt Benavidez's rhythm and to score as well. Plant's power is in the left hook. That's the one that took Anthony Durrell out.
Plant is used to fighting at a modest pace. Benavidez not so much. Benavidez throws 67 punches per round, 16 more than the division average. He threw all of 21 compared to Plant's 18 in round one. A very cautious start.
Yeah, the tempo that Plant loves. Just like that, picking his shots, waiting for Benavidez to make mistakes. Boom, letting his hands go. Beautiful.
You know, Plant's opponents landed averages 7 punches per round. Benavidez averages 25.6 landed. So, that, you know, we'll see. Something has to give.
In that first round, he landed only 5 compared to Plant's 4. So here in round 2, more of the same. Benavidez not off to the start that a lot of people expected.
No, he's looking for single shots. I'm not liking that. That's one of the things he's not supposed to do.
Yeah, that's very surprising, actually.
The jab being established by Plant. There's a lead right by Benavidez, but
The biggest surprise to me is how little jabbing so far Benavidez has
exactly
done.
We said the last round as we watched tape. That's always what he does out. Takes the center ring, has a more punishing jab than Plant, but it's, again, unable to get on track with it in this fight.
And that's why you leave the emotions, the anger, everything out, because maybe sometimes you get too tense. You want to hit this guy so bad that you tighten up.
And a cautionary note, of course, Benavidez expects to wear Plant out over the long haul, and over these rounds. So it's not as if he has to go get him in 2 seconds.
I thought he said he was going to break Caleb Plant's jaw and stop before round 6.
Well, but then he kind of talked about getting him in those later rounds.
So he's selling the fight, brother.
Yeah.
Now there were other interviews where he was talking about, okay, I see myself losing the first couple of rounds, but then I will break down Caleb Plant, and we'll see.
The mobility of Plant on display, utilizing his footwork, staying out of the distance, and putting together some good work to the body.
And for Caleb Plant, he wants to steal these early rounds. And just as, against Canelo, even though he didn't get credit for winning a lot of the early rounds, according to show stats, he did in 4 of the 5 rounds. So he did good work early.
Benavidez, very out of norm here. No combinations, no hand speed, no aggression, and the crowd is not having it.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the skills from Plant. This is what he's supposed to do.
And again, it's a cavernous, huge ring, and Plant's using it all.
And Plant scoring to the body. Plant's the one that's taking the fight to David Benavidez. So one grudge match taking place tonight in Las Vegas, and another grudge match will go down. The biggest fight of the year goes down April 22nd in Las Vegas. Gervonta Davis against Ryan Garcia.
Keep your heart rate down. Stay nice and calm. Keep your heart rate down. You hear me? Everything is good. When you stab him to the body, keep it nice and straight. And then you start working the uppers, okay?
Caleb Plant working now with one of the most cerebral trainers in the sport. He never boxed, but Stephen Breadman Edwards knows a thing or two about the sweet science.
And he added to his team 2 of the best strength and conditioning coaches, Tony Brady and Larry Wade.
Yeah, it's time to step it up.
The crowd's not going to get aggression from Benavidez. They'll enjoy whatever's going on in the audience. And there Benavidez goes to the body. The left hook to the body is his favorite punch, and it could be a factor tonight because Benavidez said that Plant's Achilles heel is the body shot.
And that's the relentless pressure from Benavidez. You got to press. Hook.
Counter left by Benavidez as Plant went to the body with a left hook.
Benavidez is using the left hook, or trying to use it to stop the movement from Plant. And that's a big part of why he's trying to throw that punch now. And he's landing it.
Now Benavidez becoming more active, so is Plant. Benavidez avoiding that sweeping left hook from Plant. Plant goes to the body with the jab. Another jab to the body, making the early investment. And Plant clinching. Smart strategy by Plant.
But Benavidez doing the right thing of not letting Plant hold. I mean, I know he did. He tried there, but Benavidez still letting his hands go.
At this juncture in the fight, even though we didn't expect Plant to necessarily win every early round, he's been outthrown by 25 punches, and that's a little surprising. Oh, that's what Plant doesn't want to do. No wild punches like that, and he paid for it.
Yeah, you can't reach against Benavidez. He'll make you pay.
A lot of holding by Plant on the inside as well.
As was the case against Durrell throughout the fight.
And guys, I mean, you have to against a heavy hitter like Benavidez. Yeah. You don't want to get hit. That's one way of stopping it.
Of the third, lead left hook upstairs for Benavidez. He goes to the body with the right. There's a sharp jab. Another pull cue jab from Benavidez.
That's the element that he needs to have in there.
Left from Plant.
Yeah.
Catches Benavidez going back. And now Benavidez beginning to walk down Plant, trying to put the pressure, but Plant doing a good job of countering, working the body, delivering combinations, and utilizing that 22 by 22-foot ring that his camp wanted. And Al, as you mentioned, the Benavidez camp acquiesced after the commission said so.
Yeah, Benavidez might have gotten Plant's attention with those shots right there. And boy, the holding is blatant by Plant. And I think he's going to get a warning now. Oh my, Benavidez got a warning. That's interesting.
Well, there was a time where MGM stood for Mayweather Gets Money. An incredible career of Floyd Mayweather Jr. This used to be his house.
Come on, he's managing us, man. Come on, man. Talk to him. Come on, man. Don't do what you're doing. Don't do what you're doing. When I break you,
keep putting his hand up.
I'm talking to you. You hear what I'm saying?
It's okay, ref.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Okay, he's standing his head.
I know.
Keep going, nice and low, nice and low.
Round number 4, scheduled for 12.
Benavidez has thrown 27 jabs in this fight, and that's too little for him because everything flows off his jab.
He's got to throw that jab, let go of the jab, let go of his hands, and not only follow Plant, he's got to cut off the ring.
The self-belief that Caleb Plant possesses, second to none.
Caleb Plant, for his part, is fighting a very smart and poised fight.
He has a very smart trainer. Stephen Redman Edwards going to the body with the jab. Plant doing exactly what he said he would do and what many pundits said he needed to do in order to be successful.
No doubt, Plant doing exactly what a lot of us thought he was going to do, and it's working for him. And it's Benavidez that's not letting his hands go.
And Benavidez unable to cut off the ring, unable to isolate Caleb Plant. Neutralize him. But again, David Benavidez, 23 knockouts in 26 pro fights. He's won his last 6 fights due to his concussive power.
And that power comes from a series of punches, which we haven't seen yet.
Right.
Yeah.
He's known for incredible flurry of combat. Remember the Rogelio Medina fight and how he closed the show there?
One of the most intriguing things is David Benavidez has been left hook centric.
Right uppercut. There it was. Acumen.
Yeah. And that may or may not serve him well. We'll see.
Well, David thought about touching gloves as a sign of respect. Said, nah, psych. Because even Plant admitted he hit him on the hip. A minute left in the 4th. Plant putting it to the body, staying at range, looking for the counter. And there's that left hook, right hand from Benavidez, but not at the range he wants to be. He's at his best at mid-range.
Yeah, but he's closing the gap a little bit better than, in the other rounds, for sure in this round. And we know that Plant is known for a guy that fades, towards the later rounds.
Yeah,
but not in this round.
It's a subtle difference, but it's one that if it continues is a trend for Benavidez. We'll see.
Of course.
And these rounds this is a close round because neither man has landed a lot of punches.
And the offensive output for David Benavidez is shocking, although he lands that left.
See, that's blatant holding.
And it's Plant initiating.
He's warning Benavidez. I don't get it. God bless Kenny Bellis. He's a great ref, but that's bizarre.
How bizarre, how bizarre.
moment in that last round where there would be a punch that strayed low. That was extremely low. That did not cause a warning, interestingly enough. So Benavidez had better offensive moments in that round. Plant going downstairs, and then Benavidez getting there with the half jab, half hook that kind of pushed Plant back. And Plant did the right thing by motoring to his left, and he's done that in this fight so far, and it's served him well. There's that holding again that apparently only I'm seeing.
No, you're not. We're all seeing that.
I guess.
Round 5 scheduled for 12. David Benavidez, #1 ranked fighter at 168 according to Ring Magazine. Caleb Plant in at #2. The undisputed champion is Canelo Alvarez, who's already beaten Caleb Plant here in this venue. Benavidez would love a crack at the king one day, but right now on the ropes. The jab, the misdirection, chopping right over the top by Benavidez.
Benavidez trying to bait him in, but then not really landing.
Yes. Left hook did.
Yeah, that got in, but in general, it was...
No, left hook by Benavidez.
Yeah.
There, but you're right.
Yeah.
Along the ropes, he was baiting him, and Plant...
But it really didn't work for Benavidez because Plant let it sit.
Plant just jabbed him. Stand in the center and let's trade. It's, of course, what Benavidez would love to see happen.
Ooh.
He catches Plant trying to flip these shots. Known as a great defensive fighter, putting together his own combination is Plant.
Plant's doing as long as he gets away with it, he's doing a smart thing by holding. And the other thing is, he's holding and stopping the action, and Kenny Bayless is a ref that normally splits you quick anyway, so it's working to his benefit.
And he tried, he's doing it, but you know what? A lot of people thought that he would have to hold on to Benavidez, slow him down, keep turning him, but he's blatantly holding him.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's so obvious.
Double left hook from Benavidez.
But I still honestly feel that Benavidez is throwing one shot at a time. He's got to look for more of a combination type of punches.
It's hard to deliver more than one punch at a time when you got
the guys is mobile. Yeah,
utilizing that 22 by 20 foot ring. I'll keep harping on it all night. It's helping him.
Absolutely. You know what? They helped him in this fight prior to the fight by getting that agreed to, and then the commission allowing it.
Caleb Plant obviously got under the skin of David Benavidez throughout the promotion of this fight, and frustrating Benavidez here tonight. 30 seconds left in the 5th.
This is a round in which either man could win this round. Benavidez... Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry, but you look at the stats, Alan, it's incredible. Plant continues to out-throw and at times even outland Benavidez, but the story for me is the lack of offensive output from David Benavidez.
It's fine, it's fine. Just let's put it out, start with a little more pressure. And start using that jab. More jabs, okay? That jab also to the chest, that's efficient.
If he reach for the body shot, kick it upstairs. You got me? Keep feinting him. Don't stop feinting him. He's very sensitive to your feints, and he's starting to get tired. Go what we talked about again. You hear me? When you slide out to your right, catch his hook and come back with your own hook. You hear me? Mouthpiece, let's go, guys. Mouthpiece.
We have reached the 6th round, the scheduled 12-round affair at 168 pounds. More Ranallo, Al Bernstein, Abner Morris at ringside, joined by Brian Custer, Jim Gray, and the entire Showtime boxing crew on a huge night of action here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, culminating with this grudge match between Benavidez and Plant.
Normally Benavidez, yeah, there's the total punches, and I was just going to say, Benavidez is throwing only 38 punches per round. He normally would throw in the high 60s.
Yeah, and he's also missing a lot, obviously, from Plant moving a lot.
And his dad asked for more jabs, and that was exactly the right thing to do.
Not only that, he's got to start investing on the body now. If you're Benavidez, he needs a great body snatcher. There it is.
He heard you, Abner.
Yeah, you want to slow down Plant.
You can feel here, Plant's not punching as much. He's moving a lot. He's posturing, but not throwing too much. And part of that's because Benavidez started out by using the jab in this round, and now he's abandoned it.
And yet, Plant able to move laterally. Now up on the ropes and clinches immediately. A minute and a half left in the sixth.
I don't know. That's as blatant as it gets. When you initiate all the holding like that, I just don't know.
Combination by Plant. Benavidez swinging and missing wildly with the left and the right.
You're going to miss a lot, especially against a mobile fighter like Plant, but you got to keep trying. You got to keep throwing punches like that.
Right hand by Benavidez.
There is going to be a point where Plant is going to stand, and he's going to plant on his feet, and you take advantage if you're Benavidez.
Final minute of the sixth. Left hand lands for Benavidez. Right hand to the face of Plant. But it's single shots. None of those electrifying combinations Benavidez is known for. The most accurate puncher in the sport coming into this fight. Plant fires off another combination.
That was a body shot hook that he knocked out Jarrell with. He barely missed with the hook.
Benavidez is closing the distance better.
But throwing only 29 punches thus far in the sixth.
Yeah, it's a close round, though, because, you know, as far as what's actually landing, I mean, Benavidez has landed a better punches.
There, right, left.
Yeah, another combination. You can't let him hold this much. How can
He's
you?
not even received one warning.
No, how can you?
Oh, finally.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness.
And he keeps going to Benavidez.
All right, here's Benavidez did have a better round in the last round. And why? Because he started using the jab. And then he was able to land. He let his hands go more. And yes, Plant doing a very good job of slipping punches, which he does. And Benavidez working on the inside. And that time, Plant couldn't get in a position to hold. And Benavidez, to his credit, took a step back and kept landing punches.
You all right? So if you want to land the right hand, double or triple jab your right hand, because he's falling out of range. If you want to land the right hand, double or triple jab your right hand. It's no ice. No. It's dry. Water all over the floor.
We begin the second half of tonight's main event. Plant launches a combination to kick things off here in round 7.
You got to press on the gas once again if you're Benavidez. There was the first few rounds that, you know, Plant got the best of it. He banked those rounds, so now it's time for Benavidez to start winning some rounds. Better round than the last one, for sure.
Now, for Caleb Plant, at this juncture, he's still on, you know, these are probably a close fight here at this point. He's probably got an edge. And that leads us to Steve Farmer, doesn't it?
Well, guys, I mean, Caleb Plant is using this football field, I mean boxing ring, very effectively. And you know what? It's up to the referee to decide if he's holding too much, not the judges. I have Plant ahead. 58-56 after 6 rounds. I would say he's winning very ugly.
I mean, the strategy is there. The game plan for Plant, it's working. You go in there, you let go of a punches, flurries, and then you hold. You stop Benavidez' offense.
It's kind of like a basketball team, you know, that uses every second of the 30-second clock and wins a game, you know, 51-50. And but Plant's doing it very effectively.
Well, hasn't been a great March Madness for #1 seeds, and according to Ring Magazine, Benavidez is #1 ranked. Hey, be careful here in March.
That's a good point. It's so true, too.
And he's done, you know, Plant, to his credit, has muted the Benavidez offense, and probably with some help from Benavidez. It's not meaning that Benavidez hasn't landed some shots and made these very close rounds. And he's doing better in this round, Benavidez.
The left, now bearing down on Plant with the right. There's another left, and now Plant trying to hold on. Benavidez trying to punch out. Goes to the body with the left. Referee intercedes. Calls for the break.
The referee should let him work there.
Well, of course, Benavidez is not given to allowing that.
Yeah,
and that's
no
hurting Benavidez as well.
Couple of left hooks from Plant. Plant continues to go to the body. Oh, and that left hand split the guard and popped Benavidez' head back.
That was weird. Benavidez just stopped attacking.
Yeah.
And he just said, I'm going to let Plant land some punches.
And it only took that little, you know, the referee intervened, and then Plant took advantage of that. It stopped Benavidez' momentum.
The Mexican monster has been dormant thus far. Caleb Plant's strategy working thus far in a close fight, mind you. But just not the offensive onslaught or pressure we expected from David Benavidez.
Precisely. Now, Benavidez had a good start in that last round. He gets this left hook in, kind of a wide sweeping left hook. And of course, Plant looking to hold, but he wouldn't allow him to hold at that moment by pushing him back. And Plant moving, trying to use the ring, and Benavidez going after him. Now, Plant was able to get some offense. So that was that spot where he landed that nice jab when Benavidez just kind of stopped attacking. That was a round Benavidez did better in and likely won that round.
Stay low. Don't raise your chin up. Stay low. You all right. Trust me, you're all right. It's a close fight. So more than one jab, he's getting tired. He's breaking down.
How good is Stephen Breadman Edwards in administering advice in a calm, cool, measured measure, and doing exactly what he needs to do for Caleb Plant?
Well, and I think he was giving him some confidence, thinking his own man is not sure right now.
And that's what you need in your corner, a calm corner, someone that's giving you the right advice, the right points to go in there and, you know, telling Plant to keep doing the same thing because it's working for him.
To our unofficial score, Steve Farhood, Benavidez closing the gap.
You know, Plant was very confident that his footwork and speed would help him in this fight, and it has, again, along with that football field in there. And the fact is, he's also done some offensive work. And look, he's just doing everything to buy time, disrupt Benavidez' rhythm. So he's doing that effectively.
But there hasn't been one warning from the referee about the holding.
Which there should be, really. We're not trying to pile on Kenny Bayless, but that's just wrong. Look, Benavidez just can't get it, even make him stop. Well, now he did with the right hand that hurt him.
There's a right.
That hurt
Plant. Another right. Plant trying to avoid the shots, but again, single shots. Yes, they have power, but no combinations. There's a left hook to the body, a right hand by Plant. Benavidez on Plant.
He's warning Benavidez for
That's incredible. This is a great job.
Kenny, I love you, but this is
enough
wrong. I mean, my goodness. I mean, you know, you can't.
And there again, it stopped the momentum of Benavidez. He had it going there.
There's a lead right hand that connects for Benavidez, but it's a single shot.
Yeah, well, that's because of the movement.
Oh, and there's a right hand that
hurt him.
Plant is in trouble, and now he's forced to hold on. Plant was staggered. Plant is still bothered. There's a left by Benavidez. Under a minute left in the eighth. Plant desperate to hold on.
get all that time he gave Plant to recuperate.
Now, there's a cut there, of course, but my goodness. Well, whatever the case, there's a big change in this fight right now.
Left hook to the body by Plant, gets countered upstairs by Benavidez.
The double left hooks now, Benavidez are having an impact.
Plant goes to the body and holds. And again, Bayless doesn't even look at Plant. Doesn't even look at it. Benavidez walking down Plant, hurting Plant. The best round of the fight for David Benavidez here in round number 8. Much despite what Kenny Bayless had in mind.
You hear what I said? Go where we talked about going. Was that a headbutt? Yeah.
Well, we go back, and that right hand was a troublesome one for Plant, and he reaches in, of course, to hold. And they're all off balance, and Plant, listen, he's holding, he's doing what he can to stop things from happening. And apparently somewhere in there was also a clash of heads, but obviously,
there it is.
Yeah, there's the heads banging together.
And every time there's a holding, Benavidez gets warned for something else. I
don't know.
Nothing that has to do with the holding.
I know we're harping on this, but it's just because it's kind of bizarre, honestly.
Because it's happening ad nauseum. And there's a low blow.
Hey, that's smart from Plant, too.
Yeah. Now, if Benavidez is smart, he'll take the full 5.
Plant has never been deducted a point. And now the action resumes early in round 9. Benavidez locking Plant down. Plant firing shots to the body.
The Benavidez jab now is also dormant again.
And look at the big difference now that Benavidez is letting his hands go and putting that pressure.
It is now even on Steve Farhood's unofficial scorecard. And this is what, and Benavidez chants emerge here as they exchange lefts.
Those are nice combinations by Caleb Plant, and it's buying him even more time here.
A much different looking David Benavidez, but in terms of the narrative, the stage of the fight where, you know, the MO always to wear down his opponents. Caleb Plant doing his best to stave off the attack, but he's getting nailed.
Is that overhand right from Benavidez?
Oh, straight left. There's a left hook to the body by Benavidez. And why is Plant not being warned?
And also, Bayless needs to let Benavidez work in there.
Way too involved.
Interesting. Well,
stiff jab from Benavidez.
Benavidez is helping Plant by not jabbing more. He really should be.
And not throwing combinations.
Yeah.
Not putting them. He's putting the pressure on. But
Yeah, and landing some shots.
Yep. There's a left hook to the body by Plant.
And Plant there momentarily doing the right thing also.
Absolutely. He is continuing to fire back, but his face now bloodied. Of course, courtesy of a clash of heads.
And Benavidez has landed the bigger punches in this round. No goal.
Left hook, right hand. Another left from Benavidez. Plant trying to hold on. Wow.
Honestly,
Enough.
at this juncture, you've got to warn him. Take a point away. Do something. It's beyond me.
You can tell the punches from Plant really have nothing behind them anymore.
Kenny Bayless, 31 years as a pro, working his 842nd professional bout. Benavidez put a hurt on Plant with that shot.
Stay calm. When you throw that hook to the body, delay the shot and come up with the hook upstairs and stay low when you do it.
So David Benavidez continued to change the narrative of this fight with a very good round landing. Now the left hook has been a very big weapon for Benavidez. He was left hook centric early, but it's turned out to really benefit him. And later on in the round, that was a classic Benavidez right hand, but nice counter punch by Caleb Plant. And instinctively, he's reaching in. He didn't get the hold there, though. He didn't quite get to do it.
He definitely
tried, but he couldn't do it. And then he grabs the left arm. And there's the low blow. I don't know how it can be any lower than that. I don't know why Plant was complaining there. That's interesting.
David Benavidez has averaged less than 40 punches around in this fight.
Yeah, and that is on him. So we can talk about other factors in this fight, but he is supposed to be throwing more punches.
Now, if you're David Benavidez, you can't let Plant get back into this fight.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to keep with that pressure.
And for Caleb,
go ahead.
Yeah, for Caleb Plant right now, the idea of pushing forward and throwing some combinations, eye-catching combinations, would really help you.
And Benavidez has overtaken the lead on Steve Farhood's unofficial scorecard. So the narrative seems to be unfolding the way a lot of pundits thought, but just not maybe in the fashion they thought it would.
Yeah, Benavidez has several late fight knockouts, so he's good in these rounds.
And the left now, and left hook, and now Benavidez unloading the left. Plant trying to hold on. And the referee still allowing Plant to try to hold on. Benavidez now unloading on Plant, opening him up like a fridge at midnight, looking to knock him out cold, but Benavidez with the pressure. And I mean, it's a recording. I just don't understand how Caleb Plant, Abner, you're the one who's in the ring. How is he being allowed to get away with this?
He just is. I don't know. No warning whatsoever. And, I mean, he's going to try to do whatever it is to survive. You know, as long as the referee doesn't interfere, he's going to do it.
Oh, the referee's interfered. All right.
But not in the right way.
And Benavidez throwing combinations
left
now.
hook upstairs. Hurts Plant. Another right from Benavidez. The crowd senses that the end may be near. Oh, this is, I mean, forget it. Kenny Bayless.
Not his best night.
Not his best night by any stretch of the imagination. There's a right hand left uppercut by Benavidez. Plant trying to stay in this fight.
And Plant is firing away with a couple combinations. He needs to do that to try and stem the tide a little bit.
Yeah, but not enough in those punches to keep Benavidez off him.
Oh, left hook.
And he's
right
ripping to the body.
There's a left upstairs by, there's a left hook to the body. It's all David Benavidez here in the 10th. Left uppercut lands right for Benavidez. One-way traffic in terms of effective offense.
And the body work is something that's new in this round,
That body shot hurt him.
That was a vintage Benavidez round.
Listen to me. If you don't give me a little bit more, I'ma call it. I want you to go out here this round and go for it. He's tired. Do you hear what I'm telling you? You got to show me something. Take a deep breath. We in the 11th round. You got 6 minutes in you? You got 6 minutes?
Well, in that last round, the combination punching of the uppercut, of course, is a normal trademark of Benavidez, and he landed it there. And he kept punching when Plant was on the inside, and even with Plant's effort to hold. The uppercut continued to be a big weapon. That, along with the fact that he did put his hands together better in that last round. And the body work, that one straight a little low. But the double left hooks of Benavidez were also effective.
Man, Plant is one tough customer.
Yes, he is.
Been down twice in his career, both times against Canelo Alvarez, both in the 11th round of their mega fight here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena to determine the first ever four-belt era undisputed champion at 168 pounds. And Plant continues to punch. Maybe not a lot of steam on those shots.
Benavidez has landed several late fight knockouts after the 10th round, so he'll be looking to do that again.
Yeah, but great way to point out that the heart from Plant. He's still staying in there in the pocket, throwing his punches, you know, trying to make it work for him, but it is the Benavidez power that is right now what's really, you know, doing the most.
Benavidez doing a very smart thing. The minute Plant starts to try to hold, he steps back and lands a right hand.
And the left hand becoming very effective for David Benavidez. Under 2 minutes left in the 11th. And the Mexican monster marching forward now. Plant trying with the jab. The right hand is free for Benavidez. Gutsy display by Caleb Plant. A minute and a half left in the 11th. Remember, prior to the 11th round, Stephen Bredman Edwards giving Plant instructions and letting him know that he might be close to stopping this if he continues to take this kind of punishment. It was in the 11th round when Plant was stopped by Canelo Alvarez. Oh, what a nasty left. Plant trying to hold on so he doesn't go down.
Wow, he's getting beaten there. This round's just the beatdown for Plant.
Thudding shots from David Benavidez.
Benavidez's left hook has been a major weapon, and more often than even he normally throws it.
The heart and grit of Caleb Plant's on display, yes. But now it's David Benavidez trying to close the show. 20 seconds left in the penultimate round. Lead right hand, left hook to the body by Benavidez. Stephen Bredman Edwards allow Caleb Plant to come out for the 12th.
Hey. You all right? You want to finish this fight? All right, listen, I want you to finish this fight. I know how important that is to you, but you got to show me something, all right? You got to show me something. Listen, stay low on trading with the hook. It's 12. It's it. Stay low on trading with the hooks. Stay low when you trade with the hooks.
Last round. Gets a nice lawyer here. Let's go.
12th and final round, and there finally a touch of gloves, and why not? They have forged a respect here through the fire, and they have to be earning each other's respect after what's happening here tonight.
You would think, and you know, Plant's coming out. He's got nothing to lose.
No,
he should crank up some left hooks. You know,
and that's what Edwards wants him to do.
Yes, and they believe Benavidez is slowing a little bit. I think Benavidez actually looks a little teensy bit fatigued.
Oh, and he's getting hit with some shots, but counters effectively with the left. Well, according to Steve Barrett's unofficial scorecard, Caleb Plant's going to have to record his 14th knockout win in order to escape, but he is staying in the fight. right, staying in the pocket, trying to hold on.
No, he's got hard planning. He's going to do that, but it is the powerful shots from Benavidez.
I have no words. Very smart by Benavidez to peck away with that jab at this point, correct?
We have been asking for that jab, and we saw it in the last 3-4 rounds. Even more in this round, he needs to do it.
Benavidez, a former 2-time belt holder, part of the maturation process. Lost his first title after testing positive for cocaine. Lost the second title due to a scale fail. Trying to land the biggest fight possible against the king of the division, Canelo Alvarez, who has a fight in May. And Caleb Plant would love another crack at Canelo, but he needs to start cracking Benavidez in order for that to even try to come to fruition.
And why is it important for Caleb Plant to get through this 12-round survive? We don't know how many early rounds he banked. So I'm not suggesting it, but I'm just saying we don't know how the judges are scoring.
After some of the scoring we've seen here tonight, Al,
we do know what you mean.
Never know.
So if he stays in the fight, he has a chance.
And he's trying to do that. Meanwhile, the crowd rallying Benavidez. 45 seconds left. David Benavidez, the most avoided man in the super middleweight division, pleaded his case, wanting an opportunity to face an elite opponent, headlining his first pay-per-view here at MGM Grand Garden Arena, looking to put the finishing touches on Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant remains active. My God, the heart and courage of Caleb Plant on display. David Benavidez lands a left and a right. Tremendous close to this fight. And if they said they would not embrace or congratulate each other, yet you know they had to instinctively after what we just witnessed. Right after.
That's what you do. Two warriors got in there, fought their hearts out, and then that is it. You leave everything that happened outside.
Not the most dynamic offensive display perhaps from David Benavidez, but he did what he had to do. Broke down, wore down Caleb. Here, let's listen in. Wow, that's nice. And as you mentioned, it goes to the judges. What happened in that first half of the fight? There is David Benavidez's son. There's his brother, Jose Benavidez Jr., appears in the movie Creed 3. Man, Plant threw more punches, but oh wow, landed only 91 compared to the 210 credited to Benavidez.
And that's the key, and I was about to mention it. You're reading my mind. He, at the end, even though we pointed out it wasn't looking like the dynamic offensive performance from Benavidez, at the end of the day, and we look at these numbers, he wasn't able to put up some eye-popping numbers. 43% of his power punches landed, everything other than the jab. When you land 38% of your punches overall, that's impressive. That's why he leads in many offensive categories that ShowStats has in tracking fighters.
Yeah, we talked about the power shots that David Benavidez was looking for, single shots, and it was at the end of the fight, you know, where he started landing his shots, and it's really just the pressure that Caleb Plant couldn't take.
All right, time to find out who is victorious in tonight's main event. Here is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Tim Cheatham scores about 115 to 113. Dave Moretti sees it 116 to 112. And Steve Weisfeld scores about 117 to 111. All three in favor of the winner. and still the undefeated interim WBC super middleweight world champion, the Mexican monster, David Benavidez.
When you go 12 hard rounds, you should earn mutual respect. David Benavidez remains undefeated and setting himself up now for what he hopes will be a huge fight.